Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. It's panic in Yankee land as Cam Schlittler complains about his back and the O's grab Chris Bassett. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, I guess we've all turned into half-assed doctors in the past week because I don't know about you. I didn't know what a hamate bone was until about a couple of days ago, and I actually took anatomy in college. Yes, that's one of the classes I went to, but that's neither here nor there. Lindor, Jackson Holiday, and Corbin Carroll all go down with hamate bone injuries in their hand that's going to require surgery. Now, after all that went down, the injury bug, I thought the Yankees were dodging everything. And then what happened today? Cam Schlittler, the new young ace of the New York Yankees. Guess what happened, folks? Complaining about soreness in the middle of his back. Now, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? It happens. It's early in spring training. You're going to be throwing a ball, tweak a little something. And I was fine with it. I'm like, no big deal. He's a young kid. Then he started to tweet. Then I got worried. Listen to this tweet. Left lat and not concerned at all. Gonna be a great upcoming week. Then, a couple minutes later, left lat goes into the middle of the back, just clarifying, it's my left side, chat. Now, that's when I start to worry. You know, I was going to joke around that the hamate bone in the hand is 2026 lat strain of 2025 because it seems like last year everybody that moved the wrong direction got a lat strain immediately. Now it's the hamate bone, and now Cam Schlittler tweets after the fact that it's his left side. The average lat strain, you're out for 3 to 4 months. Now, I know a lot of Yankee fans are like, oh, don't hit the panic button. Cam Schlittler says he's fine with it. Guess what? I'm not, guys. Inflammation in the back is not good. Pain on the left side is not good. You know, I'm going to give you some names of guys that had great rookie years, and then the second year in the league, they got perpetually hurt. You got Luis Heel, Clark Schmidt, now Cam Schlittler maybe, Phil Hughes, Jordan Montgomery. I mean, the list goes on and on. It even happened to Luis Severino. So all these guys that have lights-out rookie campaigns usually get hurt in their second one, and this guy's already complaining about lat pain in the first day of pitchers and catchers. Now, am I panicking? Yeah, it's what I do. It's the reason I got a YouTube show, so I can get on here and I can panic. Because if I didn't have a microphone, my head would explode. But I am not cool with this. This is not good for the New York Yankees, and the injury bug will go around in spring training. Like I said on last night's show, spring training is all about dodging all these bullets and getting out of it healthy. Giancarlo Stanton, let's hope he doesn't go to Ruby Tuesdays and try to cut a rough steak again and sprain both of his elbows. Cam Schlittler should be shut down immediately. I don't care. No soft toss, no off the mound, no off the bump. I don't care. You cannot risk Cam Schlittler being out for an extended period of time because guess what? Carlos Rodon and Garrett Cole are both hurt. And we're kind of patching the rotation together to bridge the gap to when Cole and Rodon do come back. Now, it's not all going to be doom and gloom here. Cam Schlittler has youth on his side. The guy's only 24 years of age. Another positive about all this right now, it is early in the season. If, God forbid, an injury were to happen, at least it's on day one of pitchers and catchers, so you have plenty of times, 3 to 4 months, April, May, June, around the All-Star break, just like Luis Heel, Jordan Montgomery, Luis Severino. But why does it keep happening to the New York Yankees young starters? What's going on? What's the correlation? What's the correlation with the Hammett bone and everyone breaking their hand? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because the Yankees are going to have to bridge the gap. Keep an eye, Blue Jay fans, on your Savage. It's going to be a extremely important spring training for him. All kit gloves. I want to see you Savage and Cam Schlittler go head-to-head for the next 8 years. This organization needs to put this guy in bubble wrap ASAP. Shut him down. I don't want to see anything else. Now, another guy that never gets hurt and has a rubber arm, been pitching forever, is Chris Bassett. Now, Bassett was signed by the Baltimore Orioles today, and I think that is a great move for the Orioles. And Oriole fans, let me know in the comments below. But my question is, why do the O's always cheap out on starting pitching? Either they get a guy that's over the hill. If anybody shows promise that they build their farm system, they let them walk and don't re-sign these guys. And then the Baltimore Orioles, it's obvious what their problem is. It's very similar to the New York Mets. Starting pitching, starting pitching, starting pitching. That's what they need. Ranger Suarez, Valdez was out there. And what they do is they go bargain basement price and get Chris Bassett. And in fact, waiting this long to get Chris Bassett for $18 million a year really isn't basement bargain. You're kind of overpaying for a guy that probably is going to underperform after the lights out year that he had for the Blue Jays last year. Does this make the Orioles better overnight? Absolutely. But my question is, why do the Orioles never have starting pitching? Since the 90s, never got starting pitching. They never address the situation. They always just get more bats and more bats and more bats and never address the problem itself. It's the starting pitching. Well, let's go to Aaron Baboon Bubbles Buffoon. Whoa! He's going to talk on the Cam Schlittler injury, and he's going to touch on what went down today.
Inflammation is mid-back. Probably keep him off the mound for the next few days at least. He's going to continue to throw, no issues there. So he's continuing with his throwing program, just something we're trying to just stay ahead of.
When did he first start feeling this, and what tests were done, if any?
Yeah, he had the test done and kind of came back good news. So just want to make sure we don't turn this into something else. He's felt a little tweak here and there, but has been doing his lives. He's one of those guys that's already done 2-ups in lives. And so I don't think it'll slow him that much, but we just want to make sure we don't, turn it into something else.
Based on what he did when he came up to the big league club last year, how would you describe him as what he means to that rotation potentially, especially early on with some of those other injuries?
Yeah. Look, obviously we're very excited about him and expect him to be a key part of our rotation, and still expect that from jump. Better. Thought he was behind.
So if you caught what Aaron Boone said there, it seems like Cam Schlittler has been putting in a lot of off-season work, and he was down there a couple of weeks early for pitchers and catchers. So maybe he was ramping it up a little bit too much, and just maybe it's pain in the middle of the back. But I got to admit, Yankee fans, let me know how you feel about this. Day number 1, this is already smoke and fire coming out of Yankee camp, and it's making me nervous.
Behind the ball better, ticking up in the right level of velocity, sitting there 94, 95. I thought it mixed in good change and sliders. So I thought it was a really good day for Louis.
Brendan.
So how long has this been a thing for Cam?
It's really kind of minor. So it's something that he kind of feels. So he's been, get some treatment, and it hasn't really slowed him, but we kind of just said, hey, you're kind of ahead of the schedule in the progression standpoint. Let's not turn this into something.
So, like I just said, Cam Schlittler showed up early to pitchers and catchers, and he's probably uber excited to ramp up for this regular season, but easy does it. They think he's probably overdoing a little bit too much, getting too many reps in, and they gotta protect this kid from himself. That's a big news right there. You gotta read in between the tea leaves with Baboon.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who else? Greg.
Harry,
talked about a little bit about this offseason, but with the ABS, and you guys had a meeting with it this morning. Have you figured out what your plan is for who can and can't use those challenges?
Well, I mean, we'll set that more in place when we get.
What he means by the ABS is the guy taps his helmet. He's allowed to challenge a strike or a ball call. You're going to get 2 of them per game. So the reporter's asking if he's going to assign people. I think that would just come from the dugout. They're going to send a signal if they think that they want to review something. They already do that. Aaron Boone's chirping in the umpire's ear all game long, so you don't even need the replay. This guy's going to be all over it and telling them when to challenge and when not to challenge. So, guys, listen, I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to talk about the Cam Schlittler injury. Also, before I leave, Toronto Blue Jay fans, how do you feel about the Blue Jays not going and getting Chris Bassett for 1 more year at $18 million, especially after the performance he had in the postseason last year, the performance and what he did for the Blue Jays last year? Are you a little sad to see him walk out the door, and did you wish that the Blue Jays re-signed him? Because I think that's kind of a big loss. Now the O's, they've added Bassett, they've added Pete Alonso. They're going to try to make some noise in the East. The Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees are theoretically the same team in my eyes. And let's see if the Toronto Blue Jays are going to be able to replicate last season's success. I'm going to be breaking it all down in the spring training. I'm going to be doing a Boston Red Sox show. Yankees, Blue Jays, breaking down all of the AL East, and to see who is going to be the champion of the AL East this year, because guess what? It's going to be a meat grinder, folks. So put that notification button on. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Bye.